Jen.
Hey, Shavante, how's it going?
Hey Jen, how are you?
I'm good. Just wanted to ask, with Coach T getting win number 350 the other night, what's something you've learned from him this season? I know you're a vet and you've, had a lot of coaches and learned a lot, but what's something you've learned from him this year?
First of all, that's a huge honor to have a coach get that many wins in the WNBA or for however long. It's kudos to coach, and it just shows how much he knows what he's doing and why he belongs, a head coach. And it's just a great honor to play for him. A smart coach, a coach that can, change things up within the heat of the moment. Like you seen when we just played Atlanta, how close the games were. Our in-game adjustments he makes is like magnificent. He's just a great overall coach, and it's an honor to play for him.
And Coach mentioned before Thursday's game that you might have to help guard some post players with the undersized roster you guys had. Have you ever had to do that before? And do you expect to be doing that today with Indiana having so much size?
Never had to do it before, but I'm always open to anything that's new. It's actually kind of fun down there battling up with the big post players when they think they can control you and you actually can control them too. Never did it, but I give credit not only to myself, but us as a team. Whenever somebody steps or get hurt, we always there and available for each other to step up. So I think that's why this team is so great, because we're always able to just adapt to whatever situation comes our way.
And last question for me, just, how are you guys going to adapt to that size disadvantage today?
I think we just got to keep doing what we're doing. We know Indiana, big physical, dominant post player team that likes to, crash the boards a lot. So we just got to stick to our fundamentals and boxing out. We can't allow them to get anything easy, especially when, they have guards like Kelsey Mitchell, Tiffany Mitchell that likes to get down in the paint. Not even necessarily throw shots up or just shoot the shot. And they're big post players with Lavender, Breland, and Big T trying to control the paint. So we just got to stick to our fundamentals and box out.
Thanks and good luck today.
Thank you.
Kareem.
Hey, Shavante, how are you?
What's up, Kareem? How are you?
Good. I feel like I need to ask you about your health. How are you feeling? I feel like I need to ask all of y'all before we go any further.
Right?
Sure y'all are doing all right. You healthy?
Yeah.
Good?
I'm good. Can't complain.
All right. Glad to hear. Got to check on everybody.
Right.
It's been crazy over there the last couple of days.
New day, right? Every day is something new.
Exactly. Well, I've got a kind of couple overall questions about Tina for you. I know we've kind of talked a lot about her throughout the season, but obviously as someone who's played with her and has known her going back, you kind of got a little bit different perspective. I was curious, what stands out the most about her from your perspective this year? What's different about her? What has she elevated the most from your perspective as someone who's played with her and seen her in the past?
I think it's kind of a trick question.
I like trick questions.
In a sense of, I think what Tina's doing now, Tina's been doing. I just think when you get under a great coach like Tebow, he can excel your game in different ways. And I think for Tina, we always knew Tina was the dominant back-to-back post. But now she's really expanding her game to the three. And I think being in this offensive system, you have to be able to shoot the three. So I think as far as like elevating, I think for me, the only thing I see differently is Tina's spacing the floor a little bit better and knocking down their threes.
And one more follow-up, she said routinely that, you've been the person who's kind of been able to get in her ear and talk to her, maybe in a way that new teammates that are just kind of learning her aren't able to do. Kind of, you're able to call her out a little bit. And I'm curious, do you kind of take that as a little bit of, a little bit of a responsibility? Do you see that, because it sounds like she appreciates that. And it sounds like you stay on her. And I'm just kind of curious how that kind of relationship is built and how you look at
I don't think it's a responsibility. I just think it's me holding her accountable. I know what type of player Tina can be. So any moment I see her lacking, whether that's on the offensive end or defensive end, I get into her because if you want to be the leader and be that superstar that you strive to be, you have to, do things in the right way. And if I see her lacking on like a defensive coverage or not boxing out or rebounding, I could get in her ear and tell her. And, we have that relationship where, not saying that anybody on the team can't really speak to her, but I think, building that relationship and playing with her for like 4 to 5 years now, is more of, okay, Z, I get you. I got it. I got to do this. I got to do that. Instead of somebody looking at it as, dang, you always on my back type thing. But that comes with this team. Because like I said, everybody can talk to everybody here. I know it's kind of new for some people trying to communicate with Tina, but for the most part, I think everybody, could get in Tina when she's not doing what she's supposed to do.
Cool. That's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Christy.
Hey, Shavante.
Hey, Chrissy.
Hey. With the way that you had to bear down in the last game, what did that tell you about what this team can do moving forward?
It just shows our resiliency. I felt like whichever angle something wanted to come, it came in the last game. But I think, the 7 players that was out there, we bought in to whatever we needed to do, whether that's don't let Atlanta score, or, we need one possession on the offensive end where it's a good possession where we're getting a perfect shot. I just think we just bought into whatever we needed to do. Atlanta is a great team. Going down there and playing against them and getting our behinds kicked was kind of eye opener for us a little bit. In a sense, I think we, kind of was feeling ourselves a little bit for winning those 2 games against Minnesota and LA. And we kind of let that Atlanta loss creep in because we kind of relaxed a little bit. So I think this last game we was really locked in and really focused, and it just showed our resiliency of coming together when, things was hitting us from each angle.
Right. And just with Indiana really trying to fight for wins right now. I mean, they played Seattle to 10 points. So they have that same mindset coming in, right? So how do you approach the game and maintain that resiliency, knowing that they're going to be coming with the same kind of force?
I think, we learned our lesson going to Indiana the first time. Went in there, they was looking for a win. We was hot a little bit, coming off, I think, a 2-game win streak then. And Indiana brought it to us. They was like, we still good. I know our record doesn't show it right now, but we're a good team as well. And right now, I think you can't overlook anybody in this league. I don't care if they have 0 wins. Everybody in this league is good. So we have to go out there with the same approach, the same mindset, and just to go out there and dominate and kill, because we also have a goal that we're trying to achieve too, along with them trying to get, more wins under their belt. So I think for us, we just got to remain focused, stay locked into our game plans like we've been doing in our previous game, except the Atlanta game down in Atlanta, and just come out and get a win. But whatever it takes, who's ever on the floor, who's never not on the floor, like we just got to go all in and go all out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Natalie.
I know a couple of your teammates were really enthusiastic about Teresa's performance on Thursday. Do you have anything to add on what that night was like?
Oh, it was a tremendous night for TP. One thing about this team, we don't care who night it is, who gets the spotlight, who gets the shine. We genuinely are happy for each other. So, TP came out and really played like a great game. And, watching it from the sidelines, it's just great to see, all the time and effort we put into this practice gym of getting our shots, doing what we need to do to be better, the next day or the next game or the next practice, and then to go out there and execute, what you've been working on. It's just a beauty. And it's a beautiful thing to see. And why not do it in front of fans right now, which is great. And against a great Atlanta team. I mean, they just beat us. So coming out for TP to come out like she did, it was marvelous. It was excellent to see.
And then pivoting back to Tina, I know she missed Thursday's game for her film premiere. Is that something that she's talked about And do you have anything to add on her filmmaking career?
Well, Tina's very private. I think a lot of us didn't know she actually was, directing a documentary or anything until it was like, oh yeah, Tina's not gonna be here. We was like, what? But that just give credit to Tina stepping outside of the box besides being in the basketball world. She stepped outside of the box and now she's